The Usman deck have in common is usually that they're pretty weak to draw. So let's see if I saw that right. And yes, it is draw and lock. Ay, ay, ay. That's gonna hurt quite a bit. Is it the Zaw? I'm pretty sure. I don't know. Yeah, it is. Or yeah, so now it's quite an interesting card. Oh, and Jonathan doesn't have a monster maybe, because what this card does in this case is that you can special summon it, and then your opponent can special summon one. Now we're gonna go and set a Metalmorph trap card. Is it the max? Oh! Is it the max?
Yeah, it's the max. Yeah, I can see that you can still see it, cards on the table.
But here comes...
Ciao!
Sì, il piccolino. Red Eyes Metal Closed Dragon. And look at the array of trap cards that Usman is accessing, even through that draw and lock. But we could have ended on quite the impressive field if it wasn't for it. But Plan B still trying to stay in there.
Yeah, a couple of set cards, and I mean, still playing under draw and lock. It's
yeah,
not too bad, I would say, with the trap being set from Metalmorph.
But that is it. Usman passes the turn, and now he will first of all discover what he's up against. First branded for us, and it's gonna be a branded card to start things off with Ice Spirit. Interesting sequence here, because we also had the option to do the opposite. Here they are. In terms of interruptions, ooh, we do have super polymerization as well, I think, in the end. What an opener from Jonathan.
Yeah, here with Fallen of the White Dragon, let's see if Usman has any response. Otherwise, there's going to be the Ecclesia being sent to the graveyard, and then the other one being summoned from the deck. Let's see here at Usman.
Gonna be a bit rough here. Branded still out there. I believe the second most represented deck. It was around 10% if I'm not mistaken. So, you know, still quite popular. And yeah, I think we're gonna go for Contact Fusion, let's say, into the Albalinatus.
I'm really wondering if the draw and lock might have hurt the Usman this much with this hand. No, I think this is the second copy, right, of the Max Metalmorph. Is it? Yeah.
It is indeed. gets to resolve. Summoning the Metalzoa X, which first of all is going to enjoy a lot of protection because now I believe it cannot be targeted. And then let's see, twice per turn when your opponent acts a monster effect or spell effect, you can destroy a face-up monster. So can be a bit annoying to deal with.
Yeah, I'm not sure here if maybe Jonathan may be familiar with the deck because, of course, like it can be honestly that you have never played against it. It's
I would be surprised, and in fact, we are already pretty much moving on to Plan B because we are gonna not be able to access our extra deck for the rest of this turn. The deck can still do a lot during the end phase. It's essentially a main phase free for the branded deck. And we already had the scent from the White Dragon, which I think was Titanic Blood, yeah. And now we add even more. At the same time, it's gonna be tricky because, as I was saying, the Max Metalmorph offers a lot of protection because outside of gaining 400, which funny enough though it's relevant because it makes it not easily destroyed by battle, the Metalzoa cannot be destroyed by spell or monster effects and cannot be targeted by spells or monster effects. So for example, even if you get the Fallen and the Virtuous, you first need to destroy the Max Metalmorph and then you can basically target the Metalzoa. So it can be a bit tricky.
I'm surprised that a deck like this with this strategy is undefeated so far because it's looks to me kind of a old-fashioned strategy, no? Just
I mean, definitely it seems one of those decks that going first can do a lot. In this case, let's keep in mind Draw and Lock in the main deck was used. If it wasn't for that, Usmam could have gone really, really wide. So maybe it's just a matter of die rolls won and matchups, honestly. But as you can see, Jonathan doing his best to stay in this. Recovered Bandit Fusion. And now gonna try to get rid of the last threat. Unknown.
yeah, and Usmam being left with just 2 cards in hand. There's only the
yeah, there it is. Ooh, and we decide to get rid of the Metalzoa, activating the known flame coating Metalmorph, and now we are all in from Usmam. Dragon is back. Which will offer a pretty much generic negation of any card or effect.
Well, I think it's very nice, especially because it burns some damage, not your opponent, which is
and
always
it's
nice.
A card,
yeah.
So
especially with 3,400 attack points, it's not easy to get rid of it for sure.
Moving on to the end phase, we get back the Ecclesia, and now we can negate, yeah, one of these effects. And I think Usman has drawn. And now, without the drawn and lock, we are free to use Distract, getting access to yet another part of this deck, which is a Finsmith engine.
There's a Super Poly.
Yeah, that was the... Oh!
Whoa.
Yeah, we cannot, because Alba Renatus cannot be used as a material for a fusion.
Yeah, I think you forgot.
And that's a crucial information now revealed to Usman.
Yeah, having revealed the information now that the Super Poly is there, it's gonna be for sure huge for Usman knowing the information. And yeah, Jonathan unfortunately didn't really consider that. But yeah, now here with the Requiem being summoned, activating the effect.
Yeah, you can say probably Jonathan has been given a warning, as I am seeing he's talking to the judges. Let's keep in mind this is still game one, so it's also a matter of what kind of main targets we have, because nowadays the extra deck for Branded, it's starting to get quite tight, and it can get difficult to have all the needed super polymerization targets.
And yeah, here now Usman is pretty much free to continue to do his combo, because it's I think Jonathan is left with a couple cards in hand, but so far so good for Usman, that with the nice addition of the Finsmith package is just giving a lot of boost to this deck, which you know, very effectively is performing now, thanks also to the addition of the Lightning Darkness ritual cards. And yeah, Usman is going at full speed, just you know, keeping in mind that there's a super polymerization big set over there, and you know, here there's the Black Chaos being summoned.
And I think Jonathan has seen enough. Bit of an effort here. Seemed like the drawn and lock could get him far enough, but in the end, Usman just had what it, you know, just took to stay in this game, thanks to the flame coating Metalmorph, bringing out that Red Eyes Black Full Metal Dragon, and that was the game. Impressive stuff by a very interesting mix of different cards, different engines. Now though, the real test is gonna come, because Jonathan is gonna go first. And in the main deck, I don't believe we had almost anything for going second. It was just pure engine. And yeah, no entraps whatsoever. Only a couple bestials, if those even count. I mean, I guess against Branded they do, but that's it, yeah. Things still remain similar after siding for Usman, just bringing in those Mulcharmies that he's not even maining, relying on, you know, consistency for his combo deck. But against Branded, for sure, we are gonna see pot or slot, you know, one of the most popular side deck options this weekend for a reason. It's in a way very similar to Pot of Prosperity, but even better, you know, because it can fix your end when it resolves. Of course, you don't have the freedom to use it when you go first, so it's less mainable. But when you go second, it's such a good card.
No, Pot of Slot honestly is just a great addition from Chaos Origin. It just lets you take cards from the top of your deck and then adjust your hand depending on what you have. But I'm really happy that we got to see the Metalmorph deck in action. Of course, we have to say that the Super Polymerization was relevant. Jonathan might have underestimated the Super Poly being on the field there, but regardless, I think he was well played by Usman, that thanks to his Finsmith package got also access to his Light and Darkness ritual cards.
They are branded.
Okay.
Gonna go first. I see Gold Sarcophagus, which, oh no, a lot of good spells in this end. Ooh, but we do not start things off with a spell. We start things off with the White Dragon. And again, I wouldn't be expecting many interruptions. We don't see the Fuvalos. And that means that outside of Bestials, Usman is just gonna be a spectator, as you guys. Waiting for his own turn to activate some of his spells.
Well, this is good because essentially we got to see on one hand the Metalmorph deck performing, and then on the other side branded. I think this is the first time we're gonna see this weekend. It just fell off a little bit in popularity just because now you can play the deck with Light and Darkness ritual cards as well, so you can just mix the two of them. And yeah, I mean the Fallen of the White Dragon, I think it's one of the best cards of the moment for sure, being played in so many different decks, such as Hale in the previous round, and also yesterday with the playoff with Josh Kelly. It's you get so much advantage with the card itself.
Interesting idea there. Yeah. Definitely not the most common card to see, but gets the job done for Jonathan. And we're gonna see a response. Okay, we see the Grifo. To which we respond with branded opening. I mean, these decks that have these sort of engine entrops, I do really think that they are the best tools in modern Yu-Gi-Oh! We have seen, you know, 5 mana for Dragoteo. We have seen Olisu for Vanquish Soul. And now, on though very different on this sort of trend, we see the Grifo already plenty of times.
And also, yeah, for sure, having Grifo being activated also during your opponent's turn, it just lets you activate the Mind Shuffle right away, and discarding the Archfiend. And oh, there's the Mercurial here, something that
yeah, we got it back.
Yeah, it's something, you know, a little bit unexpected being played in branded, but you know, sometimes it's there just to help you out, and then there's the common branded fusion.
Yeah, Jonathan built his deck to abuse, we could say, or at least to access reliably this Mercurial with Gold Sarcophagus and the Branded Trap from the side deck. So just choosing to maybe get an additional risk of bricking, but having an Entrap added to his field. And in this case, it's gonna be helpful to slow down Usman. Okay, interesting. The card of choice is the Saronir. Did we side out? Oh no. Okay. It looked a bit confusing on what he wanted to send there. Yeah, because that seems a bit underwhelming, but now we can once more recycle some resources and access another fusion summon.
Well, this is a pretty good opener because, yeah, now you essentially go for the Dogma. And yeah.
Shut down some graveyard effects.
It's good, otherwise Usman could have taken back the Light and Darkness ritual spell card from the graveyard at the turn.
And look at this field of fusion monster. That's it seems.
Yeah, he's gonna use Dogma.
Wow.
Taking the Fallen.
And then just activating it right away. Oh. Jonathan, yeah, goes for his own Albion. Yep. And then he's gonna have access to Rindra and maybe another Fallen. Let's see. Yeah, seems like he's going for that. We also have the Ice Spirit in the graveyard.
Yeah, I mean, I
Pretty good
understand
setup.
the point of getting rid of the Albion, but the Mind Shuffle being still face up, it's always a little bit scary.
Definitely.
Okay.
But now we are back on track for Usman, who, given the time, is gonna try to stay in this duel and give us a shot. Worst case scenario, he can always rely on game 3 to take this one home. Grand Guignol activated.
Also wonder one, as mentioned, of course, like there's still plenty of time, but there's a certain moment where playing against Branded, of course, it feels just a little bit too much, maybe, when there's so much online. But yeah, it really feels like, you know, Usman is trying his best, and as mentioned, the Mind Shuffle being there face up can cause a little bit of problem to Jonathan. Okay, he's gonna use the Max Metamorphose. Yeah, here it is. I think it's using the effect to negate the OG Albas. I wonder where it could take it from there, honestly, because it's
still not done with his turn though, having set up quite the threat, and as we can see, Jonathan is now forced to use his Fallen on the trap, given that he couldn't target the monster. And now comes the Fiendsmith package.
yeah, you could tell Usman was waiting for his opponent to use the Fallen and the Virtues, and now looks free to continue and extending the Fiendsmith package, which the first game brought him to get access to the Light and Darkness ritual cards as well. Yeah, you can tell that is just, you know, speeding things up a little bit. His opponent might have given him green light and maybe doesn't have any response to this. And once again, we see the Fiendsmith engine really kicking in and maybe causing troubles to Jonathan, because it's also left with the 5,000 point, and here comes also the Agmund Day.
Yep, just gonna ask a little bit of a check also on attack points as we enter bottom phase.
Yeah, we forgot. Yeah, I think this is it. This is it.
Yeah.
Because, yeah,
that's it.
Well played.
Definitely caught his opponent off guard, but Usman flying under the radar and getting the game done. What an unbelievable turn of events, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, we would have never said this because Jonathan really started things off very well, and then the other side, Usman was just a witness in this game. But, I mean, very well played. Metalmorph Light and Darkness Ritual wins with an impressive 2-0 and advancing with an EXO record so far. So congratulations to him. It was really a pleasure watching this deck in action, and hopefully we'll get the chance to see more. But yeah.